Good morning. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I know the Twitch stream just opened up, so there's not a lot of people here, but I didn't plan to stick around for long, so I'd rather just do this episode quick. I don't even know what to talk about. You know, we're preparing for a Super Week. Super Weeks are heavy, man. It's kind of weird to have a Super Week at the beginning of Split, because the amount of footage that you have for each team is very, very limited. So for those who don't know, we are playing Misfits, Rogue, and Mad Lions on the first week. So two tough teams. Misfits, we lost against twice last split, so can't really talk bad about them either. Gonna be a challenge, that's for sure. You never know. It's hard to judge everyone's level because, you know, we are practicing against teams. It's like, it's very weird, our scrim win ratio. The level of each team is very all over the place right now. It's very, very all over the place. Scrims are going pretty well, you know, like we are winning most of the games. We are figuring a lot of stuff out. We are learning, we are improving rapidly. Everyone is dedicated. Everyone's doing their part, which is all I can ask for. This first week, it's important to get some wins at the board because we need to remove that confidence from people's minds that Fnatic is beatable. We need to put that fear into people once again. But that's gonna take effort, especially after 3-0 against Schalke. All in all, today we're just gonna have a bit of a light day. I kind of want to go outside and enjoy the sun, and I have to prepare some VODs and look at some games. I had something specific in mind for the first session, is that we can just watch some clips from the LCS, see how that goes. Prepared a little boom, then I jump myself to the right. So for those who are just listening to this on Spotify, this is gonna suck a bit. Yeah. All in all, I'm just checking out the LCS clips. LCS has started. I had a lot of crazy benchings, right? Sven getting benched for King. Afari getting benched for Jenkins. Well, I don't know the story behind it. Even if I did know, probably I wouldn't say it either, but I can admit to you that I don't know. Someone in the chat asks, is the LCS even worth watching at this point? Well, I believe this week only, because this week is the only week before the LPL starts, so you can get some information on, you know, what people think about the meta and what people think about the game. It just feels good to watch something that is fresh, right? I have to admit though, when I watch an LCS, I don't do it with full force. With full force is like I'm thoroughly like thinking about every decision that every team is making. I go through the game and I try to actively like gain something from it. While I'm watching LCS, it's more like, oh, what's Cloud9 doing? What are they up to? How's Jizuki doing? Oh, he's 0-2. Shit, that's not great. You know, that type of, you know, I'm more of a audience member when I watch the NA LCS. It's also rather late most of the time, so I'm always quite tired during those hours. Good day, everybody. Good day. It's good to see all of you. Let's try the first clip. So this clip is called XD. So let me just check if audio is good and so forth. Let's take a look. But yeah, the moment LPL starts, LCS starts, I believe I won't be watching too much any LCS. Unless it's like some big boy matchup. But it's crazy to me that they have 3 games every weekend. That is really, really tough. Like Super Weeks are heavy, and then if you have them every week, you miss one scrim day as well. So these guys are playing 15 scrim days a week, approximately. A lot of people cancel, I hear. People cancel, people are late. And, you know, that is so little. That's very little. And of course, the players and the staff, they deserve their off days, but you know, probably what I would do if I was in LCS, I would just do 8 scrims a day, and I would just not play solo queue. Just let my players not play solo queue, and they would practice in a trained like in a good environment that we set up every day, right? One on the Thieves as a Cena was pretty cool. Closes in Zao plus Abe Karma Giga Stomp. Well, that game, I hope we get a clip of it, because I was watching that game and Perks W'd a ward in an all-in. And if Renekton's gonna die like that to Karma Zao, you can just open it. He burned Flash, died, wave was done. There was too many things that were ugly about that, you know. All in all, let's check out this this first clip. XD it's called.
Upside, no one is basing from EG. They're saying, all right, we're down to trade. Let's keep going. But Lost can continue pushing forward here as well.
Oh, I've seen this.
They need some wave clear. They need someone for wave clear. Lost is saying, okay, I'm going for the Nexus.
It's
and
too
yes,
late.
The minions are gone. Spica has stopped some of the recalls. He stopped the base push as well. So the turrets are falling. Does a single recall even go off? No, EG are lost on the wrong side of the map.
It's so bad.
To find their way into the base,
It's so terrible.
found the victory.
Oh my god.
It's unbelievable. I don't even think this needs any comment, but this is very painful. Wow. It's not even like, it's not like an exciting backdoor, right? It's not like, holy moly, oh my goodness, it's so close. This is EG pushing for the victory. One is down, they take another, the recalls are close, they're backing off, it's by the edge, Lost needs to do crazy movement, burns his flash to dodge the ability. You know, no, it's just,
we're down to trade. Let's keep going, but Lost can
It's just
forward here as well. Is EG just gonna go for the win?
They need some wave clear. They need someone for wave clear.
KT versus IG ordered on Wish. That's a clever way of putting it.
The base push as well, so the turrets are falling. Does a single recall even go off? No, EG are lost on the wrong side of the map. They need one to find their way into the base.
I feel bad for Danny. Subbing in for Deathly. Getting smacked. Alright, let's go next. Next clip. Riot's item API can't handle Viego. Well, that's no surprise. Let's be honest, when Viego was released, I think everyone and their mother knew that it's going to be like a design disaster. Had to figure that out. Why the scores are added from last split? Because they have one split now, like one season.
Holy cow! Gotta love it. That was a sick fight coming in from FlyQuest. The stolen GP ultimate to just kick them up in the pit. Jose Diodo was ready, picks up that smite fight win over them, and that's a huge win that they end up getting for themselves. Absolutely awesome stuff for
What? I don't know what we're looking for, but to be fair, I wasn't. Item completed. Ravenous Hydra. Oh, okay. I wasn't really paying attention to the bar.
Jose Diodo was ready, picks up that smite fight win over them, and that's a huge win that they end up.
Oh, he's just buying every item in the shop, this guy.
Absolutely awesome stuff for
I guess it's because he possessed the Kaiser. So the API got dizzy. Pog is the name of this clip. Let's take a look at Pog. Sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings.
Gets him with his own medicine. Re-engage comes across. Jensen burns a W, pops the Zonius, has another W, keels right back up, but the ulti is enough to execute. Now PoE can be on the chase. You thought Viego was toxic? How about when he's silenced half the time? As it's time to go back in, though. TL flash forward, one auto attack. That's enough to shut down Rumble. No more tools left for damage. Centron walking away. Here comes Tristana. Lost on the chase, finds the kill on Tactical. The resets keep going in. They've got a Volibear now as well, and Sword Art is on the chase. He flashes in, flings him back, finds the stun, a double kill for Power of Evil. That's what you've been waiting for. Viego has made it to pro play, baby. The resets keep on coming.
Okay. Well, it was alright. You know, not too shabby. Not too shabby. Let's take a look at that again. This is what made Alfari just... This is the moment Alfari got benched. Nah, I'm kidding, he didn't do anything too wrong. Tactical. Tactical. It's a bit dizzy. As it's time to go back in, though. TL flash forward, one auto attack. That's enough to shut down Rumble. No more tools left for damage. That's fine.
Here comes Tristana. Lost on the chase, finds the kill on Tactical. The resets keep going in.
Tactical griefed it. Otherwise, I think TL actually win this fight.
Double kill for Power of Evil. That's what you've been waiting. Holy cow.
Alright, let's go to next. 60 plus ping trash. Alright, this is probably gonna be good. Coach Mephisto clipped this. This is random Coach Mephisto in the wild. 60 ping trash.
Is the re-engage going to be any good? This time it's actually pretty relevant and just gets kicked right back out. The shield is on. Goodbye, Jose Diodo. But Set is here.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Re-engage going to be any good? This time it's actually pretty relevant and just gets kicked right back out. The shield is on. Goodbye, Jose Diodo. But Set is here.
This is my favorite clip so far. That's pretty good.
A lot of time. Is the re-engage going to be any good? This time it's actually pretty relevant and just gets kicked right back out. The shield is on. Goodbye, Jose Diodo. Flashes, but Set is here.
I just love the fact that Mephisto was the one who did the clip. Let's just go. Doxa Diff. Yo, Well, this is some dark league. Okay, this is the darkness of North America. Let's check this out.
Trying to make sure that they're not on Baron by baiting them out here, but they might be a little far forward. Doxa does take some big chunk right there. A huge four-man shockwave into four-man knock
Bro.
from Hybrids. The comp.
I didn't understand why.
Not on Baron by.
Why? You know, first I thought the shockwave would come right away, right? Like in this moment.
Winthrop trying to make sure that they're not on Baron.
Like I thought he would shockwave right here. I thought it was straight up shockwave in this moment, but it didn't happen.
Baiting them out here, but they might be a little far forward.
And then they keep hugging.
Right there, a huge four-man shockwave into four-man knock
Ah,
from Hybrids.
he's super genius. He was just waiting for Aatrox
What was
Q3.
that? A double kill to Doxa. Give one to Frostborn.
The odd orange.
No way, Spyrax. No way, Maryville. You did not group against Orion.
All right. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Cool combo, cool combo. Insane base defense by Team Liquid versus TSM with Baron. All right, let's take a look.
For this third and hip still.
Jensen's peeling away. They know this. They know they can take that fight. Power of Evil, tanky enough. Nocturne comes in, going for the dive yet again. They find a couple of stuns. That's big damage.
Very bad. Like, yeah, this is terrible. Okay.
For this third and hip still.
Jensen's peeling away.
If your team is hitting, don't pull the trigger.
Nocturne comes in, going for the dive yet again. They find a couple of stuns.
If they're hitting the inhib, no need to pull the trigger.
How about the re-engage? They're right in front of the rumble. The rubble of the Nexus. And there we go. Hooney's going to drop for one. Guardian Angel going to be popped for a second. A good fight so far. A shutdown comes in for Tactical. He's staying alive so far. They're looking for
It's often important to recognize situations when the enemy needs to be the ones engaging on you. You don't need to breach their space if they are not actively contesting the objective that you came for.
pretty good on this one. 5v3, but can the disengage work? CoreJJ stays alive. Alfari at 50 health. The big
Like when his reasoning to go is, hey, GP, like Lee is, Silas. Silas is clearing the minions, so I want to pull the trigger and go.
they know they can take that fight. Power of Evil
Like he presses ult the moment
For this third and hip still.
it goes off cooldown because he wants to punish the Silas.
Nocturne comes in, going for the dive yet again. They find a couple of stuns. That's big damage on the CoreJJ. How about the re-engage? Big damage on the CoreJJ. They find a couple of stuns. Comes in, going for the dive yet again. They find enough. Nocturne comes in.
There's also, maybe he could just commit all the way, right? Maybe he could kill the Karma and the Rumble ult. But at the same time he would die.
A couple of stuns. That's big damage on the CoreJJ. How about the re-engage? They're right in front of the rumble. The rubble of the Nexus. And there we go.
I think he could have just waited.
Guardian Angel gonna be popped for a second. A good fight so far.
It's so important that that effort is coordinated so Viego gets a reset.
Pretty good on this one. 5v3, but can the disengage work? CoreJJ stays alive. Alfari at 50 health. A big shield for Sword Art. But
Let's take a look at what Tactical does in this fight.
for a second, for one.
I think this fight was very easy for Tactical to play. But it's funny how he does a very similar move to the previous fight.
Down comes in for Tactical. He's staying alive. So
Good exhaust. Whoever do this exhaust, look at that exhaust from Karma.
a shutdown comes in for Tactical.
Juicy, juicy, juicy.
So far. They're looking pretty good on this one. 5v.
Why watching NA games? Because there's no other games to watch yet. Just watching some clips. Tristana Randon's Omen Power Spike.
No different here. And that's something I always love to see. I mean, when you are already at a big deficit and you just go into the turtle shell, you sit back in your base, all you are doing is allowing your opponents to actually dictate the pace of the game, to farm away your jungle camps, to expand that gold lead. So, I like to see them trying to take things into their own hands.
Just
Very feel somewhat reminiscent
half of these clips is about the API. Winthrop Doxa Hybrids Frost Forward 3v5 Wombo Combo. Alright, let's take a look. Is this like collegiate championship? Oh, this again. We've seen this. Yellow Star.
Not catch much, but it does make Spica burn the Zonias. Karma puts on the shield, puts on the haste. It's time to run away. Zonia's active is all they get, and Tactical.
Oh.
Dangerously low. Thankfully has a shield, and able to survive the explosive charge.
TSM should be able to get a nice reset off of this. Yellstar, is able to revive and get back to them, so full safety there.
Kick.
That was a 3v5.
Alright, let's move on.
To end all 3v5s. Watch this setup beautifully.
My life for ire.
Team Liquid
Oh. I'm not gonna shy away to click a clip that has a StarCraft reference. These clips are mental.
Team Liquid CoreJJ, please.
Do not slay yourself. Right as I say, Jens against the Baron.
The ultimate support. My life for hire.
Alright,
That was
not
a
bad.
3v5
Good reference.
to end all 3v5.
NA moment. It's probably gonna be good, no?
Really contest, which Azuke's going to be able to bring out.
Dardoch did not have a blast plan to go to. Kicks, but can't maybe land the Q. Settled comes across, and they're ready to chase on down, though. One traded back at least. Fenskaren will lose his life at the end of the day, but now...
Before Neo to really contest, which Azuke's going to be able to bring out.
Dardoch did not have a blast plan to go to. Kicks, but can't maybe land the blast
It's kinda hilarious.
Blast plan to go to. Kicks, but can't maybe land the Q. Settled comes across, and they're ready to chase on down, though. One traded back at least. Fenskaren will lose his life at the end of the day, but now...
Okay. I like the best part about this clip is just like a sidestep, no? So we move on. Perk's kinda crazy though.
Someday, yesterday, he had some blunders, admittedly.
Oh, this one was mental. Like, why is this clip not watched by more people? Because this is absolutely crazy what happened.
Someday, yesterday, he had some blunders, admittedly. Starts out with a solo kill. But one of the biggest things to me, and especially when you're playing against a Xin Zhao, this is highest win rate solo queue jungler. You cannot afford to blind flash into Xin Zhao's side. You know that he got a leash on top side. He should be bottom side of the jungle. Perks on this renekton mid, you're talking about blind flash.
$80 million for this. I'm just kidding. Insane damage.
1400 gold ahead of Lost's Tristana, and I'll be honest, Jinx scales better. Rocket Belt, Flash, ulti gonna come in for a slow. Now the slicing Maelstrom to buy some time. Impact kicked backwards, jumping in. Lost finds the kill. In the meantime, Dragon was slain. How about the rest of the fight, though? Honestly, TSM going right.
Jeez. Yo, don't judge C9, you know, they just came back from MSI. It was crazy in the off season. That's the best time to practice in NA because you don't have to play 3 games a week. Gwen solo kill 2. Oh, this is gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
You don't even need GP or card.
Licorice.
But this is an all-in. Oh, they're going for the dive, and oh my goodness, Finn is just destroyed, man. Cut him to ribbons. Licorice made that look effortless. That's the thing. You wanted to meet.
How can you... Wait. Why is this 1v2?
You don't even need GP or Karthus to be there for the fight, but this is an all-in. Oh, they're going for the dive, and oh my goodness.
Why is this clip called... Oh, solo kill 2. Solo kill 2.
Made that look effortless. You don't even need GP or Karthus to be there for the fight, but this is an all-in. Oh, they're going for the dive, and oh my goodness.
To be fair, he doesn't miss out.
Destroyed, man. Cut him to ribbons. Licorice made that look effortless. That's the thing.
Okay. One more clip. Could Nar have played this worse? No, we're just bashing people. This is some transparent morphing filter. I don't know why. There's like a line. You see? I don't know why. What this line is. Gwen missed all our missiles. I don't think she missed all. She hit R3 and she hit R1. R2 was flashed.
Here on Chippies. Doxa going top side. They really want Chippies down. He's about to go mega though, and he does have flash.
Oh my goodness. What the fuck was that? To be fair, the name of the clip. The name of the clip is really... It's aptly named. Jesus Christ.
Here on Chippies. Doxa going top side. They really want Chippies down. He's about to go mega though. He does have flash available. He's not gonna hit mega in time. Auto comes through for Doxa. He actually gets the first blood. Chippies used flash there. I'm not quite sure.
Damn. Okay. Tactical Y. That's gonna be the last one.
Tower here. They can either dive Lost or push him out.
4 seconds to get the plate. They're not going to get it. Instead, it's going to be the jump forward. The heel is burned, and the auto.
Tower here. They can either dive Lost or push him out.
4 seconds to get the plate. They're not going to get it. Instead, it's going to be
My
the
man took 3 turret shots.
and the auto.
Alright. League of Legends. Let's check out the top clips from League of Legends. then wait, clip. T1, the monster does it.
Done! It's done! It's done! That's it! And it's done! Yeah! Yes! Yeah! Yes, 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 yes! Yes, 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 yes! Yeah! Yes!
It's mad. That's mad. That is mad. Okay. Thank you, T1.
Wait, what is the video? What is the video? Is it the MTA? Is it MTA? What the fuck? Oh, wait, what? Wait. It's not the MCA, I think. It's fine. I think it's fine. I don't need to watch that. I don't think it's the MCA chat. I think it's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine to watch it.
Why is this league related?
Wait, what?
Fake appeals for his agency. I just want to see like some montage. Look like a Blade Runner King, Renekton. Like this R move was very fancy, you know, that he timed it with the GA, but he also could just E the Yasuo, I believe. You know, he could just E him without Ring and then he will die too. Well, it looked sick. It looked sick. We take it. Alright. Faker. The reason I'm not too hyped about that clip because I've seen it. Riot, please. Nemesis. Let's take a look. Oh, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? Oh shit. Nah.
It went through the minion! It went through the minion! Am I can't! It went through! It went through! It went through the minion!
Alright. Okay. Alright. That was XD. I'm just gonna pick the ones with the leak on them, you know? Because what on earth is this clip? Like, what's this doing here? Let's take a look at this. Yo, my man didn't pull the E. Okay. He knows more than me.
오래 기다렸지? 천천히 하자.
Alright. I'm sure that was a really good clip, but I didn't understand it. Your auto attack set, auto. Ah. Alright. This is probably like some big event that I know nothing about. Let's take a look at this. Scream out of nowhere.
200 남았어?
있으니까. 원래 와드를 바꿔 올까요, 이거? 어떻게 해야 될까? 일단 라인을
이거
밀까요?
가서 QQ 하면 부서질 것 같은데? 잠깐만. 가엔 입고 가엔 입고 갈까? 가엔 입고 갈까 이거? 잠깐만. 좋됐다.
아까 김준영 끝나.
아, 죽었다. 아이고, 괜히 그냥 됐네.
됐나? 잠깐만, 우리 나와. 빅토르 나와.
막아볼게.
저 이거 되나 근데?
Oh, this is gonna be sweaty.
막아보자. 해봐. 쟤네도 저쪽도
They lost.
카이사
Lost.
안돼! 아니 이걸 아니 이게
Why do you think that AC teams are so bad at drafting? Is this an issue where teams just focus too much on their own style? So, did you... Well, I don't know the context of such a question. Is it bad drafting in spring? Is it Mad Lions at MSI? Like, what is LEC teams are bad at drafting? What does that mean? Did you take this opinion from someone else? Like, was it your opinion? Not sure. Nevertheless, we move on from clips. We'll shut that down, put myself in the center. I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Did you try some sucuk? Yes. I actually quite like it. Yo, how do I search for a hashtag on TikTok? Like, can I... Thank you, unknown bot. Appreciate it. What was in episode 2? Nothing too interesting. It's just my way of getting something out there. Oh, I have to admit, I'm so tired today, man. I'm so tired. I'm unbelievably tired. I don't know. Just like, I slept well, but something about this day, I just need to be... Kraken true damage crit? No, it cannot. It cannot. Did you scrims today? No. This is our break day. So I like my body is like regenerating today. You see, my eyes are really even red. You know, my eyes are very very red. Thank you very much, Archikuno. Great Pokemon. Good choice of a name. It's about damn time. Hell. It's about damn time. Let's go to the advice section. Let's just hop into advice, I guess. We're gonna hop into the advice section for those people who want to ask anything. Just either do it in chat or just hop in on Discord, and you can, you know, hop in. TH Omi, what would be the best possible meta for your players? Well, let me think. I think any meta that rewards creativity is a meta that the Fnatic players would do very, very well in. I think discipline is something that is a weak point of ours, and we tend to get swept up in the pacing of the game. And with that in mind, it's, you know, like when things are chaotic and there's room for creativity and that gets rewarded, which is pretty much like 2018, 2019, that was like peak craziness to reward ratio. And now with the Drakes, so the games are a lot more stable, and there are certain, you know, elements that you can replicate between the games, which you could in the past too, but more so now than before, due to players getting better as well. But all in all, you know, that would be my answer. You know, I can't go too specific into what champions and so forth, because that would just be a mistake, a strategic mistake. Adam asks, what are you thinking about the MENA scene? How can Riot grow the region? So far, we've got no lands, but the online competition is at its peak. I feel like Riot MENA is missing on a huge opportunity to get hold of it, since it's at a stage where sensitivity plays a huge role, whether everything would work out or not. Well, that was a bit of a confusing strings of words. But my thoughts on the MENA region is, you know, it's tough, because I don't know if there's enough players to justify having their own server, and I don't know if the best players are gonna end up playing Neo West instead of just playing in MENA anyway. It's a very tricky thing. Like, we have an EU Nordic and East server, but who plays on it? Like, you know, a lot of the best players always move to EU West, and if you want to grow the server through the essence of the pro players and the good players, the ones that have, you know, the possibility to stream and so forth, and they're just gonna move to a different server, I don't know. It's quite rough. Thank you very much, Shrexy Os, for your subscription, tier 1. Welcome to the damn club. But I was there. I competed in LoL Nexus Arabia, and it was a fantastic tournament. Money's there, right? A lot of the Arabic countries are very rich, and they can definitely make things happen if they wanted to. And I feel like if that element is supporting it and Riot is in agreement of what they want to achieve, I feel like the sky is the limit. I was there and I met a lot of the pro players, and the Arabic culture is very, very potent in a team environment. There's this, you know, general consensus of brotherly love. Everyone cares for each other. It's very giving, and I think that goes a very long way, you know. I think in a team environment, that culture can be very, very good. How can I grow the region? You know, a server would help, but it's tough for me to talk on the like if it's reasonable or not, because it's expensive, right? It's very, very expensive to run a server. I don't know how they would do it. I also don't know how the infrastructure is in, you know, like the Middle East is pretty spread out. You know, you have Africa, right, and then you have the Arabic countries on the top, right, of Africa, and then you have the Middle East, and it's spread out, just like a long geographical problem when it comes to internet. It's tough to decide where to host it. I'm sure there's a lot of problems that I haven't thought of either. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Momo. Hi. I'll just call you Momo. So it's a very tough logistical problem that I don't even know if a server solves it. But all in all, I think it's on a good path, right? The tournament that is constantly going on, the leagues, they are hyped, right? There's 10k people watching, there's chat spam, there's stars being created, and I guess the hope would be that some of these players would transition to some of the bigger leagues, like the Turkish league, or maybe even the ERL leagues. And I think that is, if I am a player in the MENA scene, that this would be, you know, how I transition. Because individually there's some talented players there, for sure. AD asks, hey YamatoCannon, I'm sure you remember Mickey X's wrist problems. What do you players do to prevent these problems? Asking because I'm starting to have them too if I play too long. Well, the key thing is preventative measures. It's really, really preventative measures, making sure you move. I have my guys stretch on a daily basis. I have my guys exercise. You know, sitting is not a natural position. Your hip flexors are going to be very, very tight. That's going to affect your lower back. That's going to affect your neck. And in hand, that can affect your wrist too. Like everything is tied together in a very strange way. And it's just important to make sure that you move. Preventative measures. Don't sit on, you know, these 12-hour gaming sessions without moving. You know, you just have like a Red Bull fridge right next to you, and you have everything that you need to survive. That can get very dangerous fast. So just make sure that you move. You know, the amount that you need to move to be functional is very little. You know, going for walks, making sure that you move your wrist a little bit, do some stretches. You know, it's very common. You know, this is like a natural. Like usually people, when they have their hands naturally, it would be like this, right? Most people that play games, when they walk around, it's like their hands. This is my natural posture, right? It's strange, you know. My hands kind of crumple together. All in all, just move. Honestly, just stretch. Just make sure that you stretch. Make sure that you move. Make sure you take breaks. It's super, super important. And you can also adjust. Some things like how you sit is also very important, you know, because I spend a lot of my time sitting. How I sit is going to also impact this your long-term damage, right? How you sleep also impacts it, because usually the positions that are comfortable in terms of how you sleep are in line with like your lifestyle. Usually people that sit a lot on the computer have a hard time sleeping on their back because it requires their legs to be straight, and that can be very uncomfortable, right? And that's also something that you could potentially change. Like a lot of people that play a lot of video games, they are sleeping on the stomach. I do too. I do like one leg in the air, and I like this thing. It's like I'm all over the place. All in all, it's all about lifestyle choices and just starting out small. Doesn't have to be too intimidating, you know. Even 5 minutes a day can make a big difference. Making sure that you move your shoulders, because a lot of thing is like you know, we have this motion going on, right? Our shoulders go forward when we play, and then our neck follows, and our hip flexors follow, and everything kind of follows, and you know, we are regressing as humans. You know, it's like first you have the monkeys that are walking like this, right? And then all humans were standing up like that, and then now we're regressing. We're going back to this posture over here. But yes, contact a physiotherapist. I am not too educated on this topic. I'm only sharing what works for me. Sherlock, hi Amaro, hope you're doing well, and I'm happy to see you here. Likewise, let's address the elephant in the room. How do you accompany a player that role swap? Well, it's no other way. Like it's very similar to anything else. And Whip was a natural. He put in a lot of time in the off season, and I don't view him anymore in the light of this is a person that role swapped. Sure, there might be some topics that you had to go through that you wouldn't have to go through with other players, but that's the thing, right? Some junglers know other things, some junglers know less about other things, so it's no different than working with a normal player. It's just we have the privilege of someone that played a lot of top, so he can help Adam a lot in making sure he doesn't do some of the mistakes that Whipple did coming up, right? Because playing in the LEC is very different from playing in the LFL, and Adam is in a very, very blessed position that his jungler is one of the best top laners that Europe has ever had. This is, a fantastic position to be in. It's an amazing position to be in. If I was a pro player, that would be my dream position to be in. And what new challenges do role swapping players undergo, and what kind of advantages? Excuse me. Well, the advantages are that he understands laning super, super well. Like his laning is super, super good. He understands lanes, and he can judge them through, like, this information is very useful for jungling, understanding wave states, understanding game states, understanding what other people need in order to win games. That's super, super important, because as a laner, you interact with the jungler at all times because they make all the decisions in the game. And the bottom line is, jungling to me is understanding game state, understanding wave state, and making sure, that you're on time for the things that occur on the map, like clearing jungle and, being healthy to do so is really not a difficult part, like clearing and so forth, which is the equivalent of what players do when it comes to laning, right? Laning is a lot more tricky than just clearing camps. So jungle is all about making sure that you're there at the right time. But that also comes with a lot of heavy responsibility, because if you're not, it can break the game. Like if you int once or twice on top, maybe it doesn't matter for the game, but if you int once or twice in the jungle, holy, you can get fucked up. Camera give up on it. Yikes. Oh. Internal temperature high, allow it to cool. Oh. Well, that's a unique problem. Well, good thing we have a backup camera. Zalenander, hey Messiah Marca, how did you approach learning about the topic of self-improvement? Do you have any reading suggestions regarding this topic? Well, on my end, there's so many different ways to go, I think it's important to just follow what inspires you. I think just soak in as much information as possible, and you'll pick up some bits and pieces that make sense to you. I don't believe in the idea of like, oh, this is how you live your life. This is what is going to, make your life better. I don't believe in that too much. I think it's all about just soaking in information, and then, you know, some of the things will stick. If you want a recommendation, I would say, I forgot the name. I have the book right here. No, The Four Agreements is a good one. The Four Agreements is a good one because it's a very light book. It's not too heavy, and the Four Agreements are things that are very, very simple. Book of Five Rings is good. The Four Agreements. Basically, the four agreements are, you know, I believe the first one is just be honest. You know, be precise in your word. Make sure that your word is as clear as possible. You know. Just be clear with you. Be clear with your language. Be honest. Be clear in your language. I believe the second one is don't take anything personally. Things happen because, you know, there's a natural order of things. You know, people do things because they felt like it was right, and you know, you can't really, you know, control that. You allow it to affect you. It's rough. I believe agreement number 3 is always do your best. I'm butchering the book right now. It's been quite a while since I read this book. But always do your best in everything. It's just, you leave yourself open to all kinds of excuses. And it is a way of sheltering our own ego when we don't do our best. Because in the back of our mind, we can always tell ourselves, oh, we could have done better. You know? Oh, I could have done better if I tried a little bit harder. And I think the reason that speaks to me is because I think you get a little bit less out of yourself and also out of life if you don't do your best in everything. It's not only in your line of work, but also in how you manage your relationships. If you're cooking, do your best. If you are writing, do your best. Always do your best, right? It's just a way of getting the most out of yourself. And I believe the last one is don't make assumptions. Assumptions, I remember reading the line, assumptions lead to suffering. But all in all, just soak in the vast sea of information that you have out there. Outliers is also a good one. You know, anything that inspires you. I think there's a lot of good self-help books, and I think what you're fishing for is exactly what, you know, what worked for me, and on my end, the Four Agreements was a good one. Trying to remember what else. I'm too tired, so I'm blanking a little bit. Let's move on to the next one. RIP 131. Hey Yamato, I struggle to meet new people in these times. I don't want to rely on online dating services only, as I believe that it will not lead to a stable relationship. Any advice on how to meet new people without relying on the net too much? This is very tricky, right? We're in the middle of a pandemic. Well, hopefully not in the middle. At the end, it seems like. I was very lucky with how I met my girlfriend. We met in a solo queue game, so that's ridiculous, you know? That's like ridiculous in itself, right? The proposition that you'll meet a person that you're now together with for 5 years and more in a solo queue game. So that to me, like already that says to me that it's difficult. Very, very difficult. If it wasn't easy before COVID. It got a lot harder during COVID. I believe, you know, meeting new people happens through the exercise of doing things that you enjoy. If a lot of your hobbies and a lot of your, you know, social circles are revolved around gaming, and that's how you're spending your time, naturally, you know, you'll have to, not have to, but odds are you're going to meet people online. It's the same thing, right? You spend time with people at work, so that's one social circle. Like, what other social circles do you have? Do you like rock climbing? Maybe rock climbing. Maybe you go rock climbing, you meet some people, you share an interest, right? Maybe you like to play soccer. You go to play soccer, you meet some people, and that's how you expand your social circle. You just kind of follow what you enjoy. And then eventually you'll come across someone, I'd imagine, right? I played solo queue, I kept playing solo queue, and eventually I was very lucky. The demographic is tough, but like I'm considering, like I was playing like in Master. I don't think there's too many female players that are in Master, but all in all, I would recommend, you know, well, what are your hobbies? Put yourself out there with, you know, doing some activities outside of the house. I think that's the best way of meeting people, but that's also tough, right? But to add to that, you know, you also wrote, I don't want to rely on online dating services only as I believe that it will not lead to a stable relationship. Maybe it doesn't, you know. Doesn't have to be true. I know people that I've met on Tinder and whatever, and it has continued to something more meaningful. And, you know, Tinder might have a reputation about it, but, you know, that you can meet people in real life too, and it might not always lead to a meaningful relationship either. And that was the final question. Jesus Christ, this is a terrible episode, guys. Terrible episode. Very, very bad episode. I feel tired to the bone, not gonna lie. I feel very, very exhausted. I just feel I need to eat, need to spend some time in the sun. I felt almost forced to do this episode because I just want continuity. But maybe that's a mistake. Maybe I should just do episodes when I feel like it. Just there's this pressure about the YouTube algorithm and in general with, you know, people when it comes to digesting content is like something that they expect at the end of Sunday, and I wanted to just follow that trend and continue on that trend. But maybe it's a mistake because I'm not so happy about the level of this episode. All in all, I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for showing up. 232 people of you. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm gonna rest, and I hope you guys find peace. Can you sing? Nah. Maybe some Johnny Cash. But I'm gonna go rest. No singing today. Bye bye.